Comrades, the forced exile of the Kabaka, Ronald Mutebi II, now in Namibia, has to end. Stop the tribal ruling of Museveni and his clan over Uganda. A king wants to be with his people. Let the Kabaka return to Mengo. Uganda is supposed to be a constitutional monarchy. Constitutional monarchy started to emerge in Europe 2 centuries ago when peoples of Europe took power, but they wanted to keep the glamour of royals. Many people liked democracy and many people liked kings, so give them both people power and royal appearance. Obote had abolished kingdoms, but master of strategy General Museveni saw a chance to strengthen his dictatorship by reintroducing the Kabaka and the other kings, basically as his slave, creating dictatorial monarch-slavery. The idea of constitutional monarchy is that the monarch has no political role. But of course, that was not what Museveni had in mind. He demands from his monarch slaves that they explicitly support the NRM. In 2016, when the king of Rwenzuru tried to follow the constitution by not telling his citizens to vote NRM or any particular party, Museveni sent General Elwelu and his army to teach the king a lesson, killing hundreds of children and unarmed guards. The king then was imprisoned for 8 years. You can imagine that since that moment, every king of Uganda, including the Kabaka, is chicken scared for Museveni. And if the Kabaka goes to Namibia, that is not the choice of the Kabaka, but the choice of Museveni. Even if the Kabaka was not pointed a gun against his head, the Kabaka knows the consequence of not following Museveni's requests. We have strong reason to believe the Kabaka did not voluntarily travel to Namibia. It is extremely suspicious that this is all done in secret and that the Kabaka has not come out in person to explain to his people what is going on. Based on the information we have from our sources, we have reason to believe the Kabaka is forced into exile. With elections within 2 years, the growing unpopularity of the dictatorship and Museveni wanting to groom his torturous son to become the next dictator, Museveni needs to weaken the Baganda region. He cannot kill the Kabaka or the elected president of Uganda, but he can try to put them into exile in a country where his friends are in charge. And Namibia is such a country. It's ruled by a government that transformed from revolutionary into thieves, just like NRM. SWAPO is the NRM of Namibia. And the present dictator of Namibia, Nangolo Mbumba, visited Kampala last January. And his vice president, Netumbo Nandi, even visited Museveni's farm. They share their love for cows as voters. Ugandans, do not accept any of your kings to be exiled. Ugandans in the diaspora, let's demonstrate at Namibian embassies until the Kabaka is released from his forced exile. A luta continua.